Apple is finally stepping into the folding phone arena, and honestly, it is about time. But if you think they just grabbed an ordinary iPhone screen and literally bent it in half, you are way off the mark. The latest supply chain leaks are pouring in right now, and this upcoming device is a completely different beast. It honestly does not look or act like any Apple product we have seen before. The real magic, the exact reason Apple waited years and years while Samsung took all the spotlight, is hiding completely out of sight right inside the hinge. Once we break down what they actually put in there, everything starts to make sense. Let us talk about that hinge first, because we all know the hinge is the absolute worst part of literally any folding phone on the market today. You know that super annoying dent right in the middle of the screen that you can feel every time you swipe? Yeah, Apple absolutely hates it too. So, the newest reports are saying they are fixing this by engineering a wild new combination, a liquid metal hinge completely wrapped up inside a rigid titanium frame. The goal here is simple: make the folding mechanism as tough as a tank while keeping the visible crease as flat as physically possible. Now, let us be super real for a second. Even Apple cannot entirely defeat the laws of physics. They are probably not going to remove the crease completely on their very first try. But they are making it so incredibly faded that you will barely even notice it when you are watching a video. Getting this perfect has been an absolute nightmare for their design team. But the rumors are telling us they finally cracked the code, and mass production is finally getting the green light to move forward. But here is the thing. This crazy new hinge actually changes the entire shape of the phone itself. You know how most foldables right now look super tall and skinny, almost like a TV remote, when they are closed up? Apple is throwing that awkward design right in the trash. This new device, which everyone in the industry is already calling the iPhone Ultra, is going to rock a very familiar 5.5-inch display on the outside. That means when it is folded shut in your hand, you just use it like a totally normal, comfortable iPhone. No weird stretching to type a text message. But then, you snap it open. Boom! You are suddenly staring at a massive, beautiful 7.8-inch inner screen. And here is the kicker. It features a 4:3 aspect ratio, which basically makes it feel exactly like holding a mini iPad. No more weirdly stretched out apps or black bars. Multitasking with two apps side by side, reading long articles, or just chilling and watching videos is going to feel incredibly natural. But making a phone this massive and keeping it thin enough so it does not look like an actual brick in your pocket meant Apple had to make some pretty painful choices. Are you sitting down? Because they are killing Face ID on this model. Yep, you heard that correctly. To save precious internal space inside the incredibly thin body, leaks are pointing to the grand return of Touch ID. But they are not putting it on the screen, they are hiding it right inside the side power button. Honestly, I kind of miss a good physical fingerprint scanner, so I am not even mad about it, and they did not stop cutting things there. The iPhone Ultra is reportedly dropping down to a dual rear camera setup instead of the big triple camera block we are used to on the Pro models. They are going with two massive 48-megapixel sensors instead. Why would they downgrade the cameras? Because they desperately needed room inside the chassis to cram in a gigantic battery. They had to make a choice between a third camera lens you barely ever use, or a phone that actually lasts a full day of heavy use. And speaking of lasting all day, let us talk about the raw performance. Because while they compromised a little bit on the cameras, they are going absolutely all out on the brain of this machine. The iPhone Ultra is expected to pack the brand new A20 Pro chip, built on a ridiculous 2nm process. Wrap that up with 12 gigabytes of RAM and Apple's own custom C2 modem, and this phone is going to absolutely scream through tasks. It is going to give you top-tier flagship speed, but the battery efficiency is going to be completely off the charts. Plus, they are throwing in next-generation satellite connectivity. So even if you are stranded in the middle of nowhere on a hiking trail with 0 bars, you can still send messages to your friends to brag about your brand new folding iPhone. And to keep all of this running without dying, they managed to squeeze in a massive 5,000 mAh battery. Apple knows a giant folding tablet phone is totally useless if it dies by lunch, so they are making sure this thing is a true all-day workhorse. Alright, so when can you actually buy this thing? Well, grab your calendar right now. Multiple heavy-hitting sources from the supply chain are screaming that Apple is going to formally reveal the iPhone Ultra right alongside the normal iPhone 18 Pro lineup. That massive launch event is expected to go down on September 9th, but do not celebrate just yet. Because of how complicated this thing is to build, they are going to have extremely limited stock at launch. So even if you manage to order one on day one, you might be stuck waiting weeks for the second batch to finish production. It is going to be basically impossible to find in stores. And now, the part that is going to make your wallet cry, the price tag. You might want to sit down again for this. Leaks are seriously warning us that this phone is going to start somewhere between $2,000 and $2,500. Yes, you heard me correctly. It will instantly become the most expensive consumer iPhone Apple has ever sold in history. If all these leaks end up being accurate, the iPhone Ultra is not just going to be another basic foldable phone trying to catch up. It is going to completely rewrite the rules on what a folding smart device should actually feel like. But I have to ask you guys the real question right now. Are you actually willing to drop over $2,000 for Apple's very first foldable experiment? Or are you just going to play it safe, save some cash, and grab the standard iPhone 18 Pro Max instead? Let me know exactly what you are thinking down in the comments below. Drop a like if you are hyped for this, and I will see you guys in the next one.